Moving on, the inspiration for this film came to me as an urban folklore from back home. I found the story interesting, so I did what most writers would do. I twisted it around and made it my own. It's a story of love, loss, and secrets. Moving on was and still is challenging, simply because we had no budget, as in zero. And whatever came in the way of food, props, wardrobe, and whatever else we needed to make the film happen came out of the members' pockets. So who are we? We are the Pembina Valley Filmmakers Forum, a group of film enthusiasts, YouTubers, photographers, and filmmakers from Winkler, Morden, and the Pembina Valley. And one day, after numerous discussions on film ideas, my son and I decided to pitch this story to the group. And without batting an eye, the whole group came together over a cup of coffee, and what was supposed to become a one-picture deal turned out to be a three-picture deal.
None of us had no experience. So the big question was, are you willing to learn?
I learned a lot. Previously, I do just photography, just working on, it's called lighting.
So what I wanted them to do here is decorate this place.
Okay.
And I need a lot of management, like preparation of this place, you know, and other logistics. This is a huge thing. It is unbelievable. I didn't feel that the filmmaking is so much things to do, and I'm really excited to do that because, you know, the Santi, I have found he's one of the famous filmmaker I have ever found in my life, I'll say. And I'm really excited. We'll do something very good. Yeah.
It was a privilege to be a part of the first film in the city of Morden, and I learned a lot about how to make a cinematic movie. And the casting is very challenging because it's so hard to find the person to play the characters. Thanks be to God that we got a good set of talented people to play the role of the characters. And aside on the casting, the real problem is when we shoot in the extreme weather condition, it's so freaking cold.
It was interesting. As a photographer, it was giving me a chance to expand my talents into making a movie. And I've learned new things.
What I learned on this first film was working with the people, working with the town, working with the film crew. Especially, you know, like all the great people that are surrounded in our environment, you know, letting us their town to operate our operations for our film in order to be successful. You know, I've learned the way you, as a, you know, a viewer, how us as filmmakers could make it come to life in your eyes. And, you know, it takes a lot of teamwork, and I can tell you this right now, if we all stand together, we all can stand strong.
Casting was definitely a challenge. We had no budget, so it was all volunteer work. And to make matters worse, I realized by the second day of casting that the two theater production companies in the area both had all their actors on call, and those that weren't busy were shooting a TV series. So we had quite a challenge ahead. And so we started asking for help. And the help came in the form of Chuck Fefchak, Tina Keller, Jeanette Hopner, Richard Klassen, and several others. And they got us in touch with our first cast. And the first one to show up for the role of Vivian was Darian.
I think what landed me the role was the way that I was able to construe the pain that Vivian was facing, but not an overt amount of pain, like something that she's trying to hide and still maneuver in the world with, but something that's still very, very painful for her.
And our next task was to find our leading man. And that came in the form of...
And action. Well, Alan is a very appealing character. I can connect with him, I can understand him, and just to be in a film, it's the greatest dream ever.
The next one was to find our actress for Chloe. Now, Casey was shy at first, but you know, with a little encouragement, oh, she took over the role.
Excited. That's it. Now, maybe even louder. Okay.
Back to one, guys. Back to one. Our character Jessica had to stand out, and many auditioned for the role. But one in particular, with little to no formal training, who was almost reluctant in her initial online audition, caught my eye. And I went on a hunch, and I decided on her.
Say your line. Say your line.
And I'm so glad we hired Kelsey, because she was awesome.
My clamoring upstairs is my favorite.
The clamoring up
The clamoring upstairs, oh, what the heck, this lady is just a voice from above. That's all you're hearing. You don't know what you're looking at.
That was the build up to your character.
Yep. And then this tiny thing just walks down and it's like, why are we scared of her? Until I open my mouth.
Come on, ladies. It's all about options, options, options.
Cut! Play that back.
As far as post-production is concerned, big shout out to Benji Felipe and Geraldine Tan from back home. Fantastic job. When they say fix it in post, those are the guys that save us. Definitely, we have to add to the BTS how we filmed the driving scenes. We have to show them that where exactly where we shot it. We shot it in that one loop around Minnewaska. I also have a scene where I was speaking to Aldrich, giving him instructions, since he was the one who was actually shooting the driving scenes that day. And then cut to Vivian and Alan in their driving scenes. You can tell naman from the way the scenery changes that we were all in one area. We were just doing loops and loops around that one area. No cars. It was perfectly safe. We have to definitely include that here. Okay? Yeah, aside from that, fantastic job. Life is fleeting, but love is forever.